Hi guys, it's always exciting when I come here to share information that I know will benefit you in your quest to relocate to Canada. I've been getting a lot of messages from people that have been trying to create their Express Entry profile that when they do that, after filling on the informations, they think they know best and they get a message from CIC that their profile is ineligible and they are wondering what they've done wrong. Probably they missed one or two things. So I'm here to answer that question today. I'm going to give you the reasons why your profile can become ineligible. So I want you guys to sit tight. My name is Raphael Ebose. This is my YouTube channel. On a regular basis, I post informations about Canada, various opportunities in Canada, and various ways you can migrate to Canada. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on the notification button so that you always be the first to get my video whenever I post them. All right, guys, let's dive in as we talk about the reasons why your Express Entry profile can become ineligible. Hi, guys, it's always exciting when I come here to share information that I'm getting a lot of messages from people that have been trying to create their Express Entry. Hi, guys, it's good to be back again. So you've created your Express Entry profile and you've filled all the information you think you know best, and you got a message from CIC saying that your profile is ineligible. And you're wondering, you're scratching your head, why did you get the message that your profile is ineligible? And you try to create another profile and you got the same message again. Don't worry, relax. You're not the first. It happens to a lot of people. So that's why I'm creating this video today, so that I can help you through it. And so that at the end of the video, you can go back and create your Express Entry profile and you see that you become eligible. All right, sit tight as I explain the various reasons why your profile can become ineligible. The first thing you should notice is that once your profile is rendered ineligible by ROCC, you cannot delete it from the Express Entry account or the GCE account. So don't worry about it, just leave it. And you can use the same GCE key to create another profile. So you don't have to create a new GCE key. You can use the same GCE key to create another profile. So the first thing you should note, or the first thing you should take note of, is for you to check your minimal eligibility criteria. You ought to get 67 and above for you to be eligible to create your Express Entry profile. 67, minimum of 67 over 100. The grade is 100, so you are supposed to get 67 or above to create your Express Entry profile. So I'm going to put the website in the description below for you to check that. It's very important you check that. There are various factors they put into consideration to give you that score. One of them is your age. They score you based on your age. Usually you get the highest score for age when you are between the age of 18 to 29. Then when you get to 30, your score begin to reduce by 5 points on a yearly basis as your birthday comes around. So age, you get a point for that. You're going to check your education as well. The highest score you get from education is when you have PhD, followed by master's or professional degree, followed by 2 degree certificates, or followed by BSc, followed by HND, followed by ND, just like that. So they also give you a point for your education as well. After that, they also give you a point for your IELTS. For IELTS, you have CLB 9, CLB 10, CLB 8, and all that. So they also give you points as well. Then your work experience, they also give you point for your work experience. The work experience, you get a maximum score for work experience when you have 3 years or above in your work experience in that particular field. All right. So that's the four main criteria they use in giving you that 67 points. Although there are other criteria they look at, like if you have a relation like a brother or sister, father or mother in Canada, that can also add 15 points additionally to your point. If you have job offer, if you've schooled in Canada, if you have work experience in Canada, maybe at least 1 year work experience, these other additional criteria can add more points to your score. But the four major criteria that can give you the 67 points and above is the four I listed before, which is your age, your work experience, your education, and your English language test result. All right. So you have to use the minimal eligibility criteria to ensure that you score 67 and above for you to be eligible. You do that first before you even think of creating your express entry profile. Then the next thing you need to look at is your ECA, or what we call Educational Credential Evaluation Report. So there are about 8 organizations or 7 organizations that does this evaluation. One of the most prominent one is the West. The evaluation is usually valid for 5 years, so you must be careful and ensure that the evaluation report is not older than 5 years, because once it's more than 5 years, it's no longer valid, and this can make your profile to become ineligible. Another thing is your English language test report. All right, it could be IELTS, it could be CLIPT, it could be any language test report they use in Canada immigration that you used. You must ensure is not older than 2 years. It's usually valid for 2 years. Once it's more than 2 years, then it becomes invalid, and that can render your application ineligible. It's 2 years from the day you wrote the exam, not from the day the report came out or the result came out. It's from the day you wrote the exam. So you calculate it, that is no more than 2 years. All right, then the next thing is your proof of fund. It's very important. You must put the minimum amount that is required of you. So if you are coming as a single, you need to check how much you need. If you are coming up with your family, maybe you have kids as well, you need to know how much for each members of your family and everything. I'll also put the description for that the website for that in my description below, so that you check. And Canada usually updates their proof of fund on a regular basis. They've even made a statement now, the new proof of fund will be updated May 28th. So if you are creating your profile now, I would advise you guys to use the new proof of fund that will be updated May 28th. All right, so that you will not be rendered ineligible when that is out. So take note, May 28th, there's going to be a new update for the proof of fund for express entry. So it's very important, all right, that you use the right proof of fund, put the minimum amount of money or above that is required of you. Then another thing you should note is your work experience. This work experience is a little bit complicated when you don't really know what to do. The first thing is your NOC. You must choose the right NOC. Not all NOC are eligible for express entry. And take note, in the express entry, there are various categories. We have the Canadian class experience, we have the federal skilled workers, we have the federal skilled trade workers. So you must know the category you belong and the NOCs that are eligible in these various categories. So you must know your NOC, choose the right NOC that suits your job description. All right, so if you choose the wrong NOC, your profile can become ineligible. And your working hours are very important as well. There's a part where they will ask you how many hours do you work in a week. So don't go and put 8 hours, because that's the normal hour most of us work in a day. It should be minimum of 30 hours for full-time work. All right, so if you claim you are working full-time, it should be minimum of 30 hours and above. 30 hours is the minimum. Anything less than that can be rendered make your profile ineligible. So even if your work is not a full-time work, do the maths, and it's such a way that it will at the end of the day accumulate to 30 hours in a week when you put the information. Very important. All right, then another thing is you must have at least 1 year continuous work experience in the past 10 years. 1 year work experience in the past 10 years. Not in the past 20 years, not in the past 15 years, in the past 10 years. In that particular NOC you claim you are working. All right, so very important. There's a part in the express entry profile. When you are filling it, they will ask you a question: have you applied to ROCC before? People usually confuse that question. If you've never applied for visa to ROCC, or you've never applied for permanent resident, then the answer should be no. That answer should be no. The fact that you've created an express entry profile before does not mean you've applied to ROCC. You've only applied to ROCC when you receive ITA and you send your PRO application, then you've applied to ROCC. Or when you apply for study visa, or you apply for student visa, or you apply for work permit, then you've applied to ROCC, then in that case, you can say yes. And when you say yes, a space or a box will come out where they'll ask you for your UCI number. UCI number is the number that the ROCC will only give to you when you apply for visa. So a space will come out for you to put your UCI number. But as I said, if you've not done any of this, it's only express entry profile you've created. In that space, you should fill no as your answer. If you put yes, it becomes ineligible when they ask you for your UCI number and you don't have UCI number to put in there. So it's very important you take note of these informations, all right? So if you do all these things that I've said, there is no other reason why your profile will become ineligible. I don't see any other reasons, all right? So I hope I've been able to answer you guys. But a quick disclaimer before I end this video: I'm not an immigration agent, all right? Everything I post here, they are for informative purposes, all right? So that you become informed and you know how to do your application yourself. As I always tell people, it's always better when you do things yourself so that you be more experienced, you know if there's any mistakes, and people will not just submit informations or documents that are not correct on your behalf, all right? So this is the essence of the YouTube channel. I post informations that will help you so that you'll be able to come to Canada with ease. All right, guys. I hope I've been able to help today. Please, I want you guys to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I want you to turn on the notification button so that you always be the first to get my video. See you in my next video. Bye for now.